Okay, so the final video is just going to guide you through setting up the form and embedding it into your website. Just before we do that, one final nice feature to implement on your form to help users understand what they need to be doing at each stage is to use hover over text. So, for example, I can do this to each of the fields in the form. So I'm just going to show you one example here. So for report date, I'm just going to put a nice message saying we have already entered this for you. So obviously our users don't need to complete that particular field, and just to show you what that's doing in the preview mode, if we have a look at that online, if I go and hover over that field now, you can see the hover over text comes up and again informs the user exactly what they require to do for that field. So if you can filter that down onto the other fields where you feel it's appropriate, that would be great. Okay, let's cross that off. So the final part of this is looking at where this form gets sent. To do that, we need to go to the setup, and first thing we're going to look at is the thank you page. So thank the user for their submission, and we're going to use a thank you message. So press next here. Now I've already altered mine, so you can put in the message there that you want them to receive. That'll display on screen as soon as they click that submit button. So mine just says report has been received and will be dealt with soon, and click finish. You can obviously change the look of that if you wish as well. So we've got the thank you message that's going to come up. Now in terms of the emails, quite a powerful feature this. So if we go to add email, we can use a autoresponder. I think will be the best one to use. If we press next here. And this basically means that when the user submits the form, they're going to get an email from us confirming the details that they've logged as part of their hazard report form. So the email that gets sent obviously needs to have a sender's name, so I'm just going to say that this is from me. Okay, obviously this will be the health and safety department in reality, and the email address I'm going to use rather than my own is I'm just going to use the default jot form no reply, so they shouldn't reply to that email. And in terms of the recipient email address, so how do we know who to send it through? Well, as you can see, it's already worked out. We've captured the email address on the form, so we're going to leave that as default and press next. Here you can see basically the layout of that message, so it's literally just going to confirm all the details that they've already input into that form, so I'm not going to change that or alter that, and I'm just going to click finish. Okay. The final part then is putting this onto your website, and to do that we're going to use the embed option, which is a powerful feature of these kind of programs. So click on embed. Okay, and when that loads up, you've got several options. I believe the one that we want is to get the embed code, so I'm just going to select the embed there. Is it that one? Let me just double check that and get back. Okay, yeah, so this is the embed code that you want. Okay, so if we go and grab and copy this code and head off to our Wix website, so I'm going to close that and let's go to our Wix website and to the reports page. Now I'm going to add an object to this site, and to the object I need is the under apps, and you'll see I get the option for HTML, and I need to select that option there to go into the settings of the HTML fragment I want to add. Now it's not a web address I'm wanting to include on my site, it's some HTML code, so I'm going to grab that HTML code, and you can see that it's changed to embed code. If I paste my embed code there into the website and click on update, and if you give that a minute or two, it should hopefully load up the hazard report form that you've just created. The only thing I need to do now is just resize this so that it appropriately fits the screen. Okay. If you've got a little bit more time, what you might want to do, guys, is just go back into designer view on the form and see if you can bunch these up a little bit and save a little bit more space to reduce the amount of scrolling on this page. But the point is that's a working contact form now. If you want to test it, publish your site and view your finished web link. It won't work in preview mode. Okay, and that is job done.